With the new moon on November the 30th, you will receive cosmic assistance to expanding your consciousness and elevating higher. Now, November has been quite a beautiful and supportive month where we really received a lot of energetic support. And November also started with a new moon and ends with a new moon. And with this new moon on November the 30th, so many light code upgrades are coming in, really assisting us to elevate in consciousness, really raising higher, allowing us to really tap into that higher level consciousness. Because when we do, we're really more in alignment. We're no longer stressed or as stressed as before. And it's really assisting us to then also hear our own inner guidance more clearly, because we're no longer so stuck in a 3D frequency, in a 3D world, in a 3D experience, but we're really elevating our consciousness to a higher frequency band so we can look at things from a higher perspective, are open to more spiritual solutions or higher solutions. And in this video, I want to share with you the key things I think you should know about this particular new moon so you can really make the most out of these light code upgrades that are now coming in so you too can really elevate in consciousness. So the very first thing I want you to know is that this new moon really brings the energy of expansion, really giving us the opportunity to expand on all levels, and specifically with elevating your consciousness, really raising higher, expanding your perceptions, expanding your experiences, really being open to different solutions that maybe previously you haven't been open to. Now with this new moon, it really brings that energy of expansiveness so you can really look at things from a higher perspective. Because when you do, you also then become aware of different solutions, different ways of how to go about things as well. So that's the first thing. So here, you can actually tune into the energy of expansiveness in basically every area of your life. So if there's anything where you're feeling stuck, what you can do is you can actually tune into whatever you're feeling stuck in and really just intend to really expand. Bring in the energy of expansiveness and bring that into everything that you do. That would then really assist you in shifting things with more ease, really being open to different solutions, a different way of how to go about things. Then the second thing I want you to know is that your upper chakra, especially from your heart up, receive an upgrade and an attunement. So with all these light codes that are coming in, your upper chakras do receive an upgrade, a recalibration. So here we're talking about your heart chakra, your throat chakra, your third eye, your crown, and also your soul star chakra as well. Because you're really being infused with light codes to really then express yourself in a higher way, to help you elevate higher, and to also become more consciously aware and then express a higher truth through your voice, through your being, through how you're showing up in the world, through the actions that you're taking, and even your inactions, because sometimes you don't actually have to do anything to expand, to evolve. So you will receive those awarenesses of what you can really do to express a higher way of being. Because as you're really tapping into the higher level consciousness, you're then also opening yourself up to higher solutions, higher truth. And by you becoming aware of that, that gives you the awareness to then act from that higher place. So by you receiving an upgrade, your upper chakra is receiving an upgrade. And here also, by the way, I have a beautiful light language activation I want to mention to you to energize and clear your entire chakra system. The link is in the description below. That can also assist you with that as well. But I also have a light language activation coming out as well to really help you elevate into the higher level of consciousness as well. So definitely stay tuned for that. But just know that on or around the new moon, you can actually feel a lot of activity, energetic activity around your upper part of your body, especially maybe your head. Especially if you're quite sensitive to energy, you may feel this more intensely. Maybe you're having somewhat of a tension headache, or maybe your third eye is just kind of pulsating, or you're just feeling some kind of tension, on your upper body, basically from your heart up. And if you do, just know that you're actually receiving that attunement, because a lot of light codes are coming in with this new one. So just be in allowing, maybe allow yourself some time to really just let it settle in, to just be open to receiving that. I really get the sense that with this new one, it's all about receiving these upgrades, receiving the assistance, receiving the recalibration of your energy centers, especially the upper 5. So just be in allowing, don't resist it. Then the third thing I want you to know is that now with this new moon, there's also a lot of insights are coming in, a lot of downloads, a lot of vision. So it's really increasing to really give you more insights into maybe your next step ahead. Even your intuitive senses are being sparked and activated as well. And it's all really to assist you moving forward. There's so much coming in, and here's also the invitation: be open to it. Be open and receptive to the insights, the guidance, the direction, the activations that are really to your highest and greatest good, because it's all assisting you then to move forward. And here, make note of those insights, the downloads that you're receiving. Maybe you're receiving insights into something that's asked to be expressed through you. Maybe some ideas, something that you feel called to create, something that you may feel called to step into, to start, or to evolve into. So with this new moon, you're receiving a lot of those insights to really help you then, moving forward. Which brings me also to the fourth thing here, is that you will actually also receive the instructions and the insights into, well, what is that next step for you? What are you meant to step into, evolve into, or even start? Because this is also assisting you. I mean, we are within the Mercury retrograde season, which is really all about that final chapter, really assisting us to prepare us for 2025. So whatever is happening now within Mercury retrograde season, and then also in December, is really preparing us for then that next year of what you are meant to really step into, evolve into, and expand into. So now with this new moon, you're already receiving some insights into that, the instruction of what that is, so you can start preparing yourself for that. Because usually December is quite the slower month with the holiday season coming around. So maybe you don't quite feel called to actually take action, massive action during December, but you're already receiving the insights, the instructions of, well, what is that next step then that you're evolving into then in 2025, that you're really meant to step into. So just be open to that. Write it all down, contemplate about that, meditate about it, really be open, be receptive to the insights. Like I said, we are within the Mercury retrograde season right now. So the key theme here is really that final chapter that will then assist you in then preparing yourself for that next chapter and when we're moving into 2025. So if you want to learn more about the Mercury retrograde, the link to the forecast is in the description below as well if you want to get more information about that. But just be aware that this new moon is really assisting us as well. It's really all about receiving what we need to really prepare ourselves for the next step. And it's also really elevating in our consciousness. And by doing so, you will receive the next steps, the insights of what to then move into. And then the fifth thing I want you to know is that things in your life most likely will shift as well, because as you're elevating in consciousness, you may then start actually looking at things from a different perspective, from a higher perspective, where you then may even realize that certain things are simply no longer in alignment with who you have grown into. Because, well, let's face it, you have grown tremendously this year alone, especially over these last few months. You have grown tremendously. And with you now elevating your consciousness, you then may become aware of that certain things that you may have held on to, that you have tried to grow, maybe are simply no longer in energetic alignment. And by you becoming aware of that, that gives you then the opportunity to then make a shift, make a change, make a different decision about this, whether it's letting it go, maybe upgrading it, maybe changing it, tweaking it, whatever it is, whatever is to your highest and greatest good. You can become aware of that as you're elevating in consciousness, because then you're really raising above what's going on right now. You're looking at it from a higher perspective. And when you do that, that action opens you up to then a lot of opportunities as well, and looking at things from a different angle, a different perspective, to then become aware of different ways of going about different solutions and different opportunities to then evolve whatever you're doing. And here also it's about be open to that. Be open and in allowing, because certain things, if they're trying to leave your life because they're out of alignment, maybe the time is up or whatever, or maybe there's something that wants to come in that is even better than what you had before, just be in allowing, because right now we're really being asked to trust in this divine plan that is unfolding, because it is to your highest and greatest good. So if something in your life wants to leave, let it, allow it, let it go. Be grateful for it, because it's only going to make room for something even better to come in. Or if something wants to come in that might scare you, that might be a little big, that maybe pushes you outside of your comfort zone, here too, be in allowing. Work through those fears, those doubts, and just be open to receiving that, because that too is to your highest and greatest good and will bring you most likely massive transformation, growth, abundance, freedom, whatever it is that you want, whatever is to your highest and greatest good. And here also follow your inner guidance. Follow that guidance that is being sparked within you, that your intuitive senses, like I said, they're also receiving an upgrade. They're also being sparked. So listen to that. Before you make any decisions, I want to invite you to tune within your heart and check in with yourself. Okay, how do I feel about this? Does this resonate with me? Does this feel in alignment? If not, okay, what does? How can I look at this from a different perspective? Do I want to say yes or do I want to say no? Really check in with yourself about this from all angles, really, so you can really have that intuitive guidance of yes or no or something different or whatever decision is really to your highest and greatest good. Really trust that. Really tune in, connect with that part within you more often, because that too then will assist you in staying connected to the higher consciousness. Because if you're only tuning in every once in a while, I don't want to say you're losing the connection, but the connection gets kind of murky, right? So where you then start to doubt it and you're also feeling very disconnected in your life. So the more you connect, the more you tap into your intuitive gifts and abilities, the more you stay in connection with that higher frequency, that higher consciousness. And then you always will have somewhat of a guidance of, well, what steps to take, what steps not to take, where to go, where not to go, and all of those different things. If you ever wondered, well, what should I be doing? Well, here an invitation is tune in more to receive the guidance of what is in alignment, what is not, what resonates, what doesn't, what is the best step to take, and what isn't. Connect more within. That is really the best thing that you can do, because that will then assist you in receiving the guidance that is to your highest and greatest good, then moving forward. But just know that you most likely will notice shifts in your life on or around the new moon as things are aligning. Because as you're receiving these upgrades, as you're connecting to that higher level consciousness, you're then becoming aware of the things that are simply out of alignment. And then you have that choice. You have the awareness to then make a choice, to then get back into alignment, to shift things around, to really help you create the life that you would love to live. So here are the key things that I want you to know about this new moon. Now let me share with you some action steps of the things that you can do to really make the most of it. Now I already shared with you, tune in more. That is going to be ideal, and not just around the new moon, but all the time. Tune in more. Connect with that part within you. Connect with your intuitive senses. Feel into things rather than thinking about things. Should I do this? Should I not do this? No, feel into it to see, okay, what does it feel like? What do I feel about this? Really connect with that, and then listen to your intuitive hits. And then meditate more often as well, because that then also will assist you in really elevating your consciousness. And also, like I mentioned, I also have a light language activation coming out to assist you with that as well. But through meditation, you can then also tap into the higher level consciousness as well, because you're tuning down your ego. You're opening yourself up. And if you're being more intentional about your meditative practices, you can really tune in, because if you're intending, okay, I'm going to tune in, I'm going to open myself up to connect to the higher level consciousness, that in itself will open the gate to make that connection. So here, maybe meditate more often and be more intentional about it now moving forward. Then also another practice that's really great is automatic writing or journaling to get insights, to get guidance. You can ask certain questions of what is most important for me to know about X, Y, and Z. What is the most aligned way for me to go about X, Y, and Z? Or what is asked to be expressed through me? When you're journaling about these kind of questions and you're really tuning in and you're doing automatic writing, where you're really connecting with that part within you, that wise self within you, your inner wise counsel, your soul, your higher self, your team of guides, whatever you want to call it, and you're asking those questions and you're writing about, you can receive some immense, beautiful guidance that can also help you move forward in your life. And especially now with this new one, it's going to be very beneficial to do that, so you can get the instructions for that next step moving forward. And then another thing I want to just mention is just be open. Be open and be ready to elevate, because you are ready now. You have come this far and you're now ready to really elevate in consciousness. And sometimes it requires your permission for yourself to elevate, to expand, to let go of the 3D world and really elevate in that higher level of consciousness, that higher level frequency band. It's like your inner readiness and your choice that, yes, I'm ready for this now. I allow this. I choose to elevate now. So this is how you can really make the most out of this beautiful new moon. Like I said, there are a lot of light code upgrades that are coming in. If you're feeling a little off balance, then maybe ground yourself a little bit more during this time as well. Because with all these upgrades that you're receiving on your upper chakras, it can be unsettling. It can be ungrounding. Like I said, you might even get some headaches and you may even experience some physical symptoms as well. So here, just ground yourself. That's definitely going to be very beneficial. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. And also be sure to check out these two videos here. Two beautiful light language activations. One to help you connect to the universal consciousness, and the other one about energizing and clearing your chakras. So thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Until then, make an amazingly abundant and joyful day. Namaste.